everybody. So this is your girl Lisa. So we back at it. We back at it. Okay. Wow. I at this point I think the whole world is traumatized. I think the whole world, especially Hollywood, they have gotten PTSD. For everything that's been happening lately, yeah, we all got PTSD. We all need to be in the PTSD chat. Because this is getting really crazy. This is getting out of hand, you know. But at the end of the day, one can ask, is it out of control? Is it out of hand? No, actually, no, it's not. It's something that, sorry, I had to, it's something that had to have happened. It had to happen because let's face it, Hollywood, there's a reason why we call you Hollywood. Figure it out if you hadn't already. Figure it out. And it just I go back to I really go back to the Bible. Yes, I'm also an ordained minister, but and this is I have to go back to the Bible because if you remember, Sodom and Gomorrah did the same doggone thing that Hollywood's doing, and look what happened. What happened? God destroyed them, and this is about to happen again. It's just a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. God getting ready. He's like, enough is enough. You know, um, like I said, at this point, everybody got PTSD. Because of the crap that's going on with, you know, um, from the Kardashians to Diddy. It's ridiculous. But yo, check it out, right? I gotta tell you this. Right? So this is a Let's Talk Mental Health, but this is also talking about other things. Okay, so we're not just talking about mental health, but check this out. In case y'all haven't figured it out, Diddy gonna be the one to take down Hollywood. I say that because everybody's entangled. Anybody that's everybody from London to the United States have a tie-in with Diddy. You know? And he gonna be the one to take it down. He gonna be the one to seriously take it down. And I'm just sitting here watching the whole thing unfold. I'm just like, yeah, I know. White. No, I haven't been to any Diddy's freak offs. I know I got white nail polish on, but no, I don't even know the man, thank God. So leave my white nail polish alone. you know? I never even met the man. Okay? Um, so it and in being an ordained minister, I look at things not just in a physical sense, but I look at things sometimes, in a spiritual sense. And I'm gonna tell you, this is if y'all don't know what spiritual warfare look like, you're looking at it. You are looking at it. Because this is spiritual warfare at its finest. I'm just waiting for Archangel Gabriel to fly down here, and then I know that's a wrap. But seriously, it's definitely a spiritual warfare. And like I said, being an ordained minister, I look at things not just through the physical, but I also have to look at it outside of the realm of being physical. I have to look at it in a spiritual sense, because sometimes, let's face it, people, we clown just to clown, you know, but do we really clown just to clown? Or is there some kind of underlying? It's like I have this conversation with. I've had this conversation in the past with people before, and it's like, oh, see, I was going somewhere with that. I just forgot where I was going with it. Whew, I need some ginkgo biloba. Anyway, okay. So it's like a conversation I've had with people. You know, when you're using drugs and then you come out of it, that's a lifestyle. When somebody says clean and sober is a lifestyle. That is a lifestyle. The difference between being clean and then being clean and sober, the difference is being clean is like, you know, you let your after running so long, you let your body air out for a while, you know. But once you get to that, I could breathe, then you're back at it again. Clean and sober is a lifestyle thing. People, places, things. When you're clean and sober, you got to change the people that you used to hang out with. You have to change the places you used to hang out at, and you have to change the things that you used to do when you were out there. So this is a lifestyle, you know. And I can speak on that because I've been clean and sober since 2012, you know. So I've been clean and sober for that long. So I know that it's a lifestyle change because when I actually decided to, you know, leave everything behind, the first thing I did was change my phone number. That was the very first thing I did. Was like change my phone number, and I deleted all my contacts that I had when I was out there in the streets. I deleted it all. I changed my phone number and I deleted numbers. Okay, that was the very first thing I did. The second thing was having to change the location. You know, when I got out of rehab, I went to, I moved into this building in the Bronx. I stayed there a while, and then I moved upstate New York. Now, see, this is the thing a lot of people don't get when I tell them this is that the first thing they asked me when I said I was going to move upstate New York from the city was, well, do you know anybody there? It's like, do I really need to? But no, I don't. Why are you moving somewhere where you don't know nobody? Because that is the point. I don't know nobody. That is specifically the point. So it's almost kind of like starting out with a clean slate because you don't know them, they don't know you. You know, and not that I would have anything, but but it would, if I wanted to, it would make me that much resistant to try to go out and cop something because I don't know who's a cop or undercover cop. I ain't even going to try to play around like that. No, sir. But that's only if I wanted to. And that's one of the main things why I do what I do when I move places that I don't know nobody, because it's like a clean slate for me. It's like, I don't know you, you don't know me. And you know what? Honestly, I kind of like it that way. You know, I tell people, I tell people, because I've had friends that have large circle of people and they don't understand why they're having all these problems within the circle. I said, because your circle is too big. You need to shrink down that circle because not everybody is your friend. I said, I can count on one hand how many friends I got. And you know what? I like it that way. I like it that way. I don't want a whole bunch of people around me, and because that's where problems start. The he say, she say, the backstabbing. That's where all of that starts. And honestly, I am too old for the nonsense. And honestly, so are you. Which is, I don't understand that because even to this day, you got people still doing that high school crap. You know? Well, let me tell you what he said, and let me tell you what she said. And I can honestly say, even when I was in high school, I didn't even do that. So that was more like junior high. You know? I was blessed when I went to high school, even though it was a Catholic school. But that's okay. That's okay. Because in seventh and eighth grade, I was in Catholic school. So I graduated from that. And anybody knows what I am getting ready to talk about. I had graduated from the green plaid pleated skirts. Oh, I was like, oh, mom, who's going to wear that? Who's wearing that? She said, you are when you start seventh grade. I said, no, I'm not. She goes, yes, you are. Yeah, I lost the battle. I lost that battle. For the 2 years, I had to wear that green pleated plaid skirt. Ugh. I said, okay, we need to just have a straight up bonfire and just burn it all. Let's just ignore the fact that these 2 years even existed. But then when I went to high school, she was like, but you're still going into Catholic school. What? Wait, what do you mean? What? What? It's what? What do you mean? I'm still going into. Okay, mind you, my first 6 years in school, I was in public school. So, and she's like, you're still going together. No, because I envisioned that green pleated plaid skirt. I'm like, you are trying to make me jump off a cliff somewhere, lady. And she was like, but when I saw the uniform, I was like, oh, I can do that. Oof. And basically it was we had to wear solid blue skirts, you know, and you can wear any type of shirt so long as it wasn't a sweatshirt. Now, see, this is where I had an issue with, because I think I was in 10th grade, and my mom bought me a nice sweater. And of course, it came from Jordache. And back then, we all know Jordache was known for making sweatshirts. And so, it was a nice sweater. My mother bought it for me for Christmas. So I decided to wear it to school. And then I had this sister, and when I say sister, I don't mean black, I mean none, you know. Um, come up to me and she was like, she said, you can't wear that no more. I said, excuse me? What do you mean I can't wear it? Now I've never been in trouble really before, you know. So to have her come up to me and tell me I couldn't wear that no more, I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Your sweatshirt, you can't wear that." I said, "It's not a sweatshirt, it's a sweater." And looking at it, you can tell it was a sweater. The only thing that threw you off, lady, is because it had Jordache on it. but looking at it, you could see it was a sweater. I said, what are you talking about? She said that you can't wear that sweatshirt. I said, it's not a sweatshirt. It's a sweater. She said, but no, it's a sweatshirt. No, it's not. It's a sweater. Just because it says Jordache, don't make it a sweatshirt. And I wanted to ask her so bad, do you know the difference between a sweater and a sweatshirt? Because honestly, they look absolutely nothing alike. I'm like, do you know the difference between a sweatshirt and I really wanted to ask her that. You know, and I know what threw her because it had Jordache on it. That's what threw her. And she sees that automatically as a sweatshirt, but it's not a sweatshirt. It's a sweater. You know, and so and she's like, really? I said, yeah. It's even though it says Jordache, it's not a sweatshirt. It's a sweater. I would never wear a sweatshirt. You know, I know the uniform rules. My mother would not have given it to me if I wasn't going to be able to wear it in school. Because she knew the dress code just as well as I did. So she would have never bought me a sweatshirt knowing I could never wear it to school. So I go home, I tell my mom, she said, what? She asked the same question I did. Did she not know the difference between a sweatshirt and a sweater? I said, that's obviously not. Obviously not, because that question you asked, I asked myself the same question when she was telling me I couldn't wear it. And I said, I know what threw her. It was the fact that it had Jordache on it. And Jordache back then was definitely known for their sweatshirts. But in this case, this was not a sweatshirt. This is a sweater. And yes, I continue to wear that sweater. You know, because you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. It's not a sweatshirt. There is a big difference between the sweater and the sweatshirt. You know, and I get that the name threw you because you just automatically jumped on the bandwagon like, okay, well, that says Jordan, so that makes it automatically a sweatshirt. No, it's a sweater because it was like a pullover sweater. And that made it even worse because it was like a pullover sweater. And I'm like, ooh, lady. I forget which sister, I forget which one it was. I was like, girl, you need to go get your eyes checked. Of course, I didn't say that out loud, but I was just saying that to myself. Girl, you need to go get your eyes checked. Something wrong with your eyeballs. And, so high school wasn't that bad when it came to uniforms. It wasn't. They did allow us like in um winter months. They did allow us. We could wear pants to school, but the minute we got to school, we had to take them off, and then we can put them back on when we get ready to leave. You know. So they did allow us to do that because, like, I was one of them that was on that yellow school bus. You know, um, so I had to I had to stand outside wait for the bus, you know, and in the winter months in New York, it was cold, so they did give us a little leeway with that. Yes, you can wear pants to school, but you have to take them off when you get to school and you can put them back on before you leave school, you know. So we were good with that, you know, because there have been many a time in the winter months, I come into school and I race to the bathroom and take them off real quick. And then before I leave, run into the bathroom, throw them back on again. Because it be cold outside. But lucky for me, like where I had to wait for the bus, I had to actually walk down the block and literally around the corner. But there was an apartment building, so they did allow the kids that were waiting for school buses. They did allow us to wait in the lobby, so we wouldn't stand outside and freeze out off. But I do remember. There's been a couple of times where there's been a couple of times where I was standing outside waiting for the bus. Bus never showed. I mean, I was out there for a while. I want to say at least a good 45 minutes, almost an hour. And then when I realized that bus wasn't coming, I'm walking in, and my hands all cold that they hurt. I'm like freezing cold. My mother getting ready to walk out the door. She look up at me and she's like, "What the? She said, why ain't you in school?" I said, "Why ain't the bus driver come?" She said, "The bus never. I did. The bus never showed up." And she's like, "I." She said, "Go upstairs, take clothes off. I'll close school when I get to work." I was like, "I." Whew. Yeah, I had a couple of those days, a few of those days, and I'm like, "Whew, man, that bus." I mean, it was interesting riding that bus, but I remember one year. I remember one year, and I think that might have been also my sophomore year. And the bus driver got to my stop where I went to get off. And again, this is like the winter months, but there was no snow or ice on the ground. It was just cold. And I remember getting off the bus, and by the time I got to that last step, you know how you things getting ready to go left because you can actually feel your body slipping. I said, "Uh oh," and I slid and I fell on the ground. And I remember I'm just sitting there rolling. I'm laughing my butt off. And the bus driver's like, "Are you okay? Are you?" I said, "I'm good. I'm good." Get up, brush myself off. And I'm like cracking up, head walking home. I'm like laughing so hard. And the next morning when I got on the bus, you know, one of the guys that always sat in the back of the bus, he's like, "Lisa." I said, "Huh?" He said, "What happened to you yesterday?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Because you were getting off the bus. One minute I saw you, next minute you just disappeared." I said, "Because I slipped and busted my behind." I get off the bus. He said, "Oh." He said, "One minute I saw your head, next minute you just thoroughly disappeared." Oh gosh. But and my mom always told me, she says, "You know what? You're going to look back when you get older and you're going to realize you think high school sucks now, but when you get old enough and you look back on them days, you're going to realize those 4 years are your most cherished years." And you know what? She was right. I look back and they were really my most cherished years. I met a lot of good people, a lot of crazy ass people, you know. Um, that I still speak to this day, my high school buddies. So, and none of us ain't got the lick of sense God gave us because we crazy as hell. They might as well call us the crazy bunch because we crazy people. But you know what? At the end of the day, though, it's all love, and we all love each other. You know, for 4 years, y'all were my family as we were going through school, as we navigating this thing called high school, you know. But it's all love. I know my little friend. This is now see, and I did this one. I this I did. Well, any pictures you see in my house, I did. I actually did. I did this one, and it's called the Frost Dragon Lane. And I know I wanted one, but the drills that come in either square or round, and I usually don't really mess with the round too much. So when I saw her and she was a square, and it's very rare that they come in square, I'm like, I snatched her up. I snatched her up. I said, nope, gotta have her. Put her on my door. And now I'm working on one that uh, it's a gorgeous picture. It really is a gorgeous picture. It's a wood. It's called Woodland Panorama, and it's the largest one I ever done. It's 180 by 60 centimeters. I said, boy, if I can get through this, I can get through anything. And of course, SWAT and Shmamua, my boy. So I'm gonna have to get a custom made one, a custom one, and actually do one in honor. I already got the Avengers. I am definitely a marvelous person, you know. So I'm all into Marvel. Yes, yes. Because growing up, all we read, you know, I read Marvel. A couple of DCs, but I didn't particularly care for DC because they wasn't just as exciting as it was with Marvel. Marvel was the thing because you coming up with different characters and villains and stuff. I was like, okay, even till this point, because it's been years since I read it. So even like with Venom, because when Venom first came out, I'm like, why does that resonate? Why does that sound so familiar? You know why? I couldn't put my finger on it, and then I remembered the first contact that Venom had was with Spider Man, because you remember that's when his suit went red to black. It's like, oh yes, that's right. Spider Man was the first human he came in contact with. Because I remember the suit when it went from red to black. That's right. Do, 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 do. Well, listen, don't judge me. Don't you dare judge me. Anyway, and even when watching WandaVision, right? And Captain Rambo, I didn't even put that together. Honestly, I did not put that together. That same Captain Rambo was a little girl when Carol Danvers was best friends with her mother. And I was like, oh, that's how growed up. Oh crap. Why didn't I put that together? Ooh, girl, you were slow in the text, slow in the drawer. Girl, we really need to do some ginkgo biloba or something because I really it did take me a while to put it together. I'm like, that's how it growed up. Okay, because the last time we saw her, she was a little girl. She was Carol Danvers' best friend's daughter. Okay, all right. Gotcha. You know, but I just wanted to jump on here and do a podcast because you know what, just kind of circling back to what I've been talking about, uh, with the state of the world today as it is, entertainment. I'm like, you know, with the Me Too movement, it's like Y'all really lost your minds. You know you got crusaders out there ready to take you down. And I can guarantee you, the minute that this Diddy story broke, their phones has not stopped ringing. You know, people are really coming forward. So it's like, so I'm watching this mess go down, and I've already watched. They said there was 4 documentaries coming out on him, and 2 of them were going to be big, big, big documentaries. I said, now I'm gonna tell you the same way I said R. Kelly. Let's talk. Because the minute that they said that, when I heard that they were actually dropping a docu series on R. Kelly called Surviving R. Kelly, I said, "Oh, they gonna get him. Oh, they gonna get him. If this docu series drop, you done. You done. You are so done." And sure enough, I think within a couple of months of it dropping, then all his legal problems, then they snatched his behind. To now they got him for good. And this is going to be the downfall of Diddy, because so far I've watched the TMZ documentary on Tubi, and then I just finished watching today. I just finished watching a 2-parter on YouTube called In the Dark. Diddy documentary, and it was a 2-parter. And I said they're supposed. I'm wondering if that's one of the big ones, because I allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, 50 Cent is supposed to be coming out with a documentary on him. And at the end of the day, I said, we know 50 Cent control, can he? And he can be so petty. Gotta let it. I'm all with the pettiness. Um, but I said, 50, keep your foot on his neck, his throat. Keep it all up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because if what is being said is to be believed, brother in a world of hurt. He in a world of hurt. So I just wanted to jump in and, do a little something. Because I know I did one a couple of days ago, so I'm doing it again. I'll probably do it again. Yeah, probably the next couple of days. Find out something else new to talk about. Because we gonna talk. Can we talk? Can we talk? We can. Anyway, everybody, please have a blessed day. Stay safe out there. And until next time, yeah, I'll see y'all. I'll see you on the home front.